What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be reacting to a brand new show. This is Super Cub. Oh boy, I've been patiently waiting for this one. I have since I did my spring preview. And this is a show that I'm very much looking forward to, and I have no fears that we'll probably not drop this no matter what really happens to it. So if you're new to the channel, hi, welcome. I'm a British guy who reacts to seasonal anime. This is my 6th season of doing so, and as such, I've learned how to do my way, and as a part of that, we like to load up the analyst page of a new show, take a look at the synopsis, the studios, the VA cast, and things like that to get a basic feel for the show. This is just so I can get a better understanding of it, because I have something like 35 or more shows that I want to watch this season. So I kind of have to start skimming through and start making judgments and where to maybe potentially drop shows or keep shows, just in the interest of making it so that I can watch as many shows as I can, without putting too much pressure on my schedule that if I fall behind, I'm doomed, basically. Because in February this year, a lot of stuff happened. Real work stuff, family hospital stuff, my own personal issues stuff, that it just became a bit of a mess. And so if something like that does happen again this season, I would like to be a bit better prepared for it. So that's why I go through these sorts of things. It's also how I just used to find anime to watch back in the day as well. But back in the day, I mean pre-channel, so pre-2020. So yeah, if you want to skip any of this stuff and just go straight to the reaction, timestamp in the description or on the actual timeline bar on YouTube if you're on PC. So loading up analyst, Super Cub. There's freedom in loneliness, and Koguma finds hers on a motorcycle. I find mine through walking, incidentally. A Honda Super Cub motorcycle, to be exact, with no parents, friends, or plans for the future. Koguma's daily detours on her way to school become her sole source of excitement. No parents? Huh? Is that because not with us anymore? Is that because she's moved far away? I don't know. I guess we'll dive into that a little bit more. Until one day she learns a classmate, Reiko, shares her passion. Together they'll discover friendship, fun, and adventures on the open road. So yes, this definitely feels like a character who's kind of isolated, finds something to connect with someone else, and that opens up her world type of deal. To an extent, you could say that it's very Eurocamp-esque. I would argue that, at least from the way they're sounding this, it sounds like Koguma is not as... I think Rin was just overall a happier person. Not that she kind of expresses it much, but Rin was never in a situation of feeling lonely. Like, she had a loneliness to it, I guess, in her camping, but she kind of enjoyed that. So I guess you can kind of get some sort of parallels here, but depending on how they focus on her loneliness, essentially, it could have a different vibe, I don't know. But this is going to be my chill show of the day. And probably chill show of the season. I mean, looking back at some of the shows that we've got, Slime Diaries is chill, but that's just a funny chill rather than an actual, just sit back, relax, and watch type chill. Mondays didn't have anything like that. Tuesdays don't really have anything like that, really. This is kind of the chill show of the day, and I don't think anything else this season kind of does, maybe? Oh, Let's Make a Mug 2, to be fair. That's the only exception to that rule. That's also quite a chill show in its own right. But I think this is going to be even more chill and have focus on backdrops and stuff like what Eurocamp would have done last season. This is kind of my Eurocamp withdrawal just supplement almost. I got addicted to it, so this is me just calmly laying myself back down to not always expect a Eurocamp season to be there for me. So this is by Studio Kai, who have done a couple of things in the past, not overly impressive. They did do Uma Musume Season 2, which is very highly received, so I'm hoping this also is highly received. It should be, because it feels like such a good chill show. Motorcycles, Ieshikai, yeah, Cute Girls Don't Cute Things. CG tag, which makes sense. I imagine the biking would end up being CG. I'm not too surprised by that. But the Super Cub, yeah, I just want to quickly mention, because the Super Cub, isn't it the most mass-produced motorcycle in the world or something crazy like that? This thing's from the 50s or 60s, somewhere around then. And it's the most mass-produced bike. Ever. I think, and that's crazy to me. But it's only a little, can't be more than a one-cylinder engine, right? So, and as time goes on, I'm sure that engine's got more and more economical, and it's a handy way to get around. So, yeah, why not? I mean, I assume you could probably get a license for a Super Cub much earlier than you could a car, of course. I assume that would be the case in Japan. I have no idea what age you need to be to apply for a license to this. I have no idea the exact process of that, but maybe I'll learn that as we go through this season. Because we're going to be spending a lot of time on this motorcycle, I imagine, as well as looking at all the gorgeous backdrops of Japan. No idea where in Japan we are, though. We didn't get any location information here, but I'm sure as soon as we start seeing some iconic landmarks, some of you people who are much more familiar with Japanese geography will be like, oh yeah, they're here. Or we'll just see street signs or something that indicates where we end up being, because Eurocamp took a lot of time around the Fuji area, so pretty much every location we had was in view of Fuji, except for like a couple, I think. But we also had a lot of geo spots in season 2, so you know. Anyway, chill show of the season. I'm going to be so happy with this. I don't have a hot chocolate today. This might become my hot chocolate show. I guess we'll see how the first episode does. And we might keep up the hot chocolate tradition, although it is approaching. We are in the springtime, although it's still quite cold here. I know I'm in a t-shirt, but that's because, well, British houses keep warm very, very easily. You stick the heating on for 2 hours in the night, you're set for like 7 a.m. in the morning before it gets cold again. But this might end up being my hot chocolate night. So I guess we'll see. But as per usual, these are timer-based format actions here on YouTube. If you want to see the full picture-in-picture, you can go to my Patreon down in the description below. £4 a month gets you access to all picture-in-picture actions I do on the channel, which is everything from winter 2021 and onwards. So last season, this season, and the future. We also have Patreon request shows, such as Log Horizon, which will be after this. So we'll be doing 2 episodes of Log Horizon today, until I find a new slot where it's actually going to fit properly. We'll also be starting Symphogear G either on Friday or Saturday. I'm as of yet undecided, but there's a chance I could move it to Friday just to kickstart us, because I want to watch more Symphogear, let's be real. That series it's got me hooked massively. It really has, and I just want to binge the entire thing right now, but I have to be patient and pace myself. But yeah, here on YouTube we do timer-based, so bottom left of the screen you'll see a timer for the episode. I count down 3, 2, 1, play. Then play, you start the episode, I start the episode, and we should be in sync. There's no audio or video from the original material available on this one, obviously, for copyright reasons. I know certain channels get away with it, but trust me, they kind of shouldn't, because YouTube has made it very clear, any use of that material, if someone says take it down, you gotta take it down. If they say it, and they actually respond to it, it's like they have every legal right to. Fair use really doesn't apply too much to anime properties. It's really a tricky subject, and it's not worth the court trouble. It really isn't. So that's why we do it this way. But you can use screen flash on my face or the mic to tell when the scene is transitioning. Also, you can look at this part of my headset. It's very reflective and should give away scene transitions, particularly for our opening logos, which are Kalikawa and Funimation. 10 seconds logos. I'll call them out as I go past as well to help sync up. So, with all that said, let's get into the first episode titled The Girl with Nothing. In 3, 2, 1, play. Kalikawa. Funimation. Cheers. Here we go. Well, there's our location information. Immediately, some of you know exactly where we are in Japan. Very beautiful start already. Very grey start, actually, despite the sun coming up. There's a bit more colour coming in now. It's just a very grey morning, I assume. So there. That music up. Okay, that was a tab. I thought it was a scream, but no, it's just a tab. uh, why are rice cookers not more popular over here? I don't understand it. It seems like such a good thing to have. I also love no music backing in this at all. It's quite ballsy, but it works. 45-minute morning routine, okay. More than I can do in 45 minutes. Okay, an actual bicycle, not a Super Cub yet. Okay. Go or nothing. Hmm. Hmm. She knows, okay. Oof. Oof. However, course, these are all the brand new models you put up front, right? I know I'd use one out back, though. On the Super Cub. What a model this one ends up being from what age? See, looks in pretty damn good nick for an older. Ah. Now that is workable. Did you see that color shift? Did you see that color shift? I was hoping. I was hoping. I told you it was grey at the beginning. And then it just reverted back as well. Yep. But it's probably gonna like go a little bit or oh shit. Oh shit. It's quite the track record for a little Super Cub though. Mm-hmm. Right. Interesting. City office. Work to get our license. Still looks in pretty good nick. Nope. Oh, she did. Okay. It's not a good helmet, is it really? There you go. That's better. Yeah, you need some thick gloves for that. Ah, quite the campaign. 100 kilometers per oil change. Okay. Proper servicing can really extend the lifetime of a vehicle. What a hit Revan's life. We give it a proper good kick. Gotta give it a proper good go on. want to hear it just rev into life for the first time. Everything's so much more vibrant already. I love it. And the music returns. What are the chances he knew about her parents? What do you think of the chances? Yep. Track's a bit scary. Take good care of it. Right, yes. You need a lock. Mm. Take a little drive up there. See, like, she actually. You need a little bit careful about that. But you can just see the difference in color tone. Can't sleep. Going out at night, okay. Be very tired in the morning. But so this is where we potentially meet someone. Ooh, fine fruity sweets. Hmm. So happy. Oh, and a bit of issues. Oof. Always picks the worst time, doesn't it? Is it the drop in temperature that's caused it? I don't know. Don't know if temperature drop would affect that, but all right, coins. You can open up the thing. There's probably something you left in there for you. Clever way of doing it. Like a little manual thing or something. I'm guessing. Oh, in this manual, there it is. Has she fueled it? Is it running on empty? She's running on empty. Okay. Reserve fuel. Okay. Gotta go fill her up though. Still having some issues. We'll give her one more go. She'll get there for you. She just takes a second. I'll go fill her up though. They can't store much, and they must be somewhat efficient, so shouldn't be too pricey to keep her going for a while. What time is it by the time she gets back though? It's like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Is that bad? Stressful little adventure. She's still there when she wakes up. Oh boy. Yep. With a smile on her face though. Same morning ritual, but this time with some music. And out into the Super Cub as well. Rice cooker. There she is. Mm-hmm. Now with the backpack. Check fuel level. I guess that's one of the issues when you don't have a fuel display on your main dash. That's not bad. I have no reference for the distance, but I assume that's somewhat decent. Mm-hmm. See the color coming again. Reiko. Okay. We're gonna meet her next time. Cool. I am so happy. This is exactly what I wanted it to be. Exactly what I wanted it to be. And yet it did take on a bit of a it took on a bit of a sadder tone to begin with, which I think really worked in its favour. Because I knew the moment she fired that cub up, the moment that engine sputtered into life for the first time in however long, I knew that color would come flooding back. Like this is the benefit of doing it, and the way they didn't use music, like throughout most of that. Most shows always have like some form of backing track going on throughout the episode, but this episode clearly chose not to do that in a lot of circumstances. Like the normal daily routine, nothing. Just effects and her when she made any reaction noises. That was it. And then the music finally found its place to kick in right as things were turning. Brilliant use of music, brilliant use of the color as well. Honestly, such a good first episode. CG is kind of okay. Alright, it's not the most amazing CG in the world, but to be fair, most CG is never that fantastic in these types of shows. I'm not going to knock it because Eurocamp also had this issue, although Season 2 ended up doing a bit better on the CG front. It's very much like Season 1 Eurocamp's type CG. It doesn't bother me too much. You understand what's going on. They don't need to have perfect CG motorcycle animations for that. They really don't need it. It's just the feeling of we're on a journey. And really, you're not focusing on her on the cub too much. You're focusing more on the area that she's experiencing, right? Because if you're riding that cub, you're obviously paying attention to where you're going, but you're not looking at your cub and the road necessarily so much. You're more sightseeing and looking outside of where the cub is. But because of where we are as a perspective of an audience, obviously we get to see the cub as well, and it can be jarring when it's different from the rest of it, but honestly it's not that big a deal. But next time we're going to meet Reiko and find out what she's going to be like. And we make our first friend through our cub. Did Honda sponsor this, by the way? Like, genuine question, because I assume there must have been some heavy talks with Honda just to have this light novel made, right? Like, to use Honda's, like, official, like, to use their name, to use their logo and stuff, and to use their specific bike, like, to call out, yes, this is the Honda Super Cub. I assume they had to get permission from Honda in order to do it, especially now that it's in anime form. Are Honda like sponsoring it at all so that they can get like the advertising out of it? Did they sponsor to make this anime project happen in the first place? Kind of curious about that. If anyone knows more information on that, I assume Honda has to be involved. I would be if I was Honda. Like, this is perfect. This is perfect because how often do you find anime series specifically about a certain motor vehicle? Like, you don't, do you? It's never about motor vehicles. It's normally about locations. Like, Eurocamp is promoting a lot of different campsites and stuff that we've been through, and it's given them some advertising. But you don't normally see this sort of thing. Like, your product is being marketed here for free. Well, not for free, you're probably sponsoring it, but you get what I mean. It's just such a nice concept, and I assume they have to be involved. If they're not, they'll be very appreciative of the effort anyway. Yeah, that was everything I had hoped it would be. It really is, and it absolutely delivered on what I had hoped. Like I said, the use of music, the use of color was absolutely fantastic. This is going to be my chill show of the day, for sure. Considering how... Okay, we'll see what it's like next episode when we actually have another character to interact with. But I think this is definitely going to be another hot chocolate type show. You just sit back, relax, enjoy a hot chocolate, and just experience. It's one of those shows that you just experience. There's not much for me to react to necessarily. It's more about sitting down and experiencing it with the show, right? So it feels like a good hot chocolate show for me. So I think that might be what it is. If that's the case, I will probably end up moving this to the first episode of the day. Full Dive was first because it airs first on Funimation. That's just how I normally do it. I do all the Crunchyroll shows first, then the Funimation shows, because Crunchyroll has a better player and I like to do those first. Then I watch all the Funimation shows, and since Super Cub came out after Full Dive, I just happened to do it in that order. But for the sake of having my hot chocolate to start the day, I think I'm going to start with Super Cub. I would put it last and make Super Cub my last show of the day and enjoy the hot chocolate, but I'm genuinely afraid I could fall asleep just out of pure calm relaxation. Not because the show's boring, but because it just invokes such calm energy that I'd be like, I am settled, and now I'm asleep. I've got to stop recording at some point. You know, that's that sort of thing. Like, I would worry about genuinely being too relaxed if I did that. So, we'll see, but that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that one as much as I did. Super, super chill show. This is the Eurocamp withdrawal club over here. But yeah, I'm happy. Also, who is voicing our main character here? Koguma. Yuki Yomichi. Let's see. Her first ever role. Her first ever anime role. Okay. Okay. She's also performing the ED for... Yeah, she's also performing for the ED for the next show she's in, although that hasn't been given a release date. Megami Ryo no Ryobukun. Which is a... Oh, it's a comedy ecchi romance. Oh. Trains? That's a bizarre show. Okay, we'll get to that at some point in the future, I'm sure. But no, this is her genuinely first anime role, as far as I can tell. Wow. Looks to be very much a biking fan, though. Looks like she's done stage work before as well. Very much look. Yeah, she likes her bikes. I mean, she's got like a dragster here. Like, whoa. I can see why she probably wanted to get a role like this. Yeah, I mean, apparently it was a 390 Duke, a CBR 650F, Dragster 800RR, Demon GR 200R. Very much a biker girl. Okay, I can see why she might be looking for this type of role now. I mean, as your first foray, something to do with biking. Yes, it's only a Super Cub, not a fucking dragster, but still. Nice. Okay, cool. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching. Leave a like if you did, as well as your comments what you thought. Don't forget to hit subscribe as well to see next week's episode, because obviously we're going to continue with this one, as well as the rest of the Spring 2021 lineup you can find on the channel. Thank you everyone for watching. Until next time, see you guys later.